Hello watch fans, it's Anders here on Watch On channel. Today a 3-month review looking back over the last 3 months after buying my Omega Seamaster 300, the 2018 version, which they upgraded compared to the older versions of the Seamaster. So I really just wanted to make a short video just telling you guys how my first approximately 3 months with this cool dive watch from Omega has been. So I'm going to get into the wearability, the accuracy, the versatility, the value retention, and then the overall value. So I bought this watch in June. I bought it at an AD here in Copenhagen, and I was actually able to negotiate a 19% discount. So I of course got everything. This watch is brand new, so box and papers and everything. And I tried out different versions. I also tried the blue on the bracelet and the black on the bracelet, and both of these watches are lovely. But my heart really belongs to this chrome dial, which is how Omega names this dial, which is kind of a silvery gray. And it's on the rubber strap. I really preferred the rubber strap with this watch. When we get to the wearability of this watch, one of my biggest concerns was the fact that Omega, they beefed up the previous version from 41mm to 42mm. They also beefed up the case size with a millimeter or two because of the movement, so it also became a little bit thicker. But mostly it was the extra millimeter, because 42mm, this is a big, very aggressive dive watch in its design, so it could actually wear a little bit bigger than I would have preferred, and that's why I actually went to the AD instead of just looking at pictures and videos and reading posts on the forums. I went to the AD to try out this watch, to really try it on my wrist, and I was very pleasantly surprised because this watch actually wears really nicely for a 42mm watch. My wrist size is between 17.5 to 18 centimeters, and you can see this wears really nicely. I can easily pull it off. I never ever felt this watch was too big, and I also decided to get it on the rubber strap because it just makes the watch look and wear a little bit smaller than on the steel bracelet. It's not too thick either in my opinion, so all in all it wears really nicely, and it has its presence because of the color and the dial, and of course this is not a small vintage inspired watch, so I think it wears really nicely. The rubber strap is extremely comfortable, and I have absolutely zero complaints about the wearability of this watch. I don't have the crown gnawing into my hand, and I never ever get annoyed by the helium escape valve crown at 10 o'clock. So all in all, super nice wearability. So regarding the accuracy, so actually you can go to Omega's website, and they did the meta certification measurement specifically for this watch, and you can find the specific details, accuracy measurements of this watch, and they measured this watch to 1.7 seconds per day plus, and that's exactly the measurement I get. I get between 1 and 2 seconds plus. Also after these 3 months of wearing this watch, it is a top quality movement. The caliber 8800, which is a master chronometer coaxial movement from Omega with 55 hours of power reserve, highly anti-magnetic to 15,000 gauss, and it just keeps on being really accurate. So I have absolutely zero complaints about the accuracy of this Seamaster because it's just keeping time really nicely. So regarding the versatility, because this is maybe the less versatile of all the versions, because an all black and all blue will always be a little more versatile than this gray dial, and even the white dial should actually be a little more anonymous and wearable or versatile than this gray dial. And this is definitely not an office watch, but I actually wear this watch to the office as a professional desk diver, and I have absolutely no problem with the versatility of this watch. I actually somehow think that this watch goes with everything, although it is kind of a big, loud professional sports watch with the very loud shiny ceramic dial and a very loud shiny ceramic blue bezel insert we get here, and it's very legible even though we get this very loud dial, and we also get the skeletonized sword hands. It's very easy to read the time, and that's definitely because of the contrast between the dark blue hands and a great dial. So I think this is also very easy to read on a glance if you're wearing it in different circumstances, in different lighting situations and stuff like that. Also, the lume does a really nice job. It's very responsive and it just shines all night. Actually, my wife, she's been complaining when I'm putting down this watch on my nightstand because she thinks it's too shiny. It's too light, too much light. So she actually wants me to just turn the watch away so she can actually sleep. So that says a little bit about how good this lume actually is. So regarding the value retention, I actually lost approximately 10% of the value of this watch, which isn't surprising because I bought it at an AD. But on the other hand, I did get a 19% discount. So if you're looking into getting one of these watches, don't think that you're going to keep the value. Buy this watch because you're going to wear and love this watch for years. Don't buy it because you think that Omega Seamaster watches are investments like buying a Rolex. This is a watch for watch lovers and not for all of these happy, fun guys who just want to buy a watch to invest in something. Buy this watch because you want to love it. Never ever buy this watch if you think you're going to retain the value. This watch is like buying a car. So no value retention here. I lost money, but I don't care because I'm going to keep and enjoy this watch for years. So this brings me to the end of the video where I'm going to just give you a brief overview of the overall value of this watch. So as you maybe can sense, I'm a huge fan of this Omega Seamaster. I think it's really funny. I think it's quite loud, this version. But even though it's loud and it's a big sports dive watch, which is really just shouting dive watch all over the place, it's very nice to wear. It's very versatile. And I think overall you get a really nice package because you get some really special features. You get the heritage and history of Omega and Omega Seamaster, a legendary line of dive watches. You get the super nice movement with the 15,000 gauge anti-magnetic properties. It's highly accurate. It's tested to a much higher standard than the COSC specifications, much higher standard compared to Rolex watches. And this has proven to be very, very accurate with between 1 and 2 seconds plus a day, even after 3 months. And even after the power reserve of 55 hours runs out, I can maybe not wear this watch for a week and will just wind it and wear it for a few hours, and then I will test it in my time grapher and it's still keeping the time really, really nicely. The lume is great. The crown action is really nice with the crown here, with the crown where you manipulate the time and the date. This crown here at 10 o'clock is easy to turn, but it's a bit weird, but it's just a part of the design feature. So this was my 3-month follow-up review of the Omega Seamaster 300 Chrome Dial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Leave a comment down below. What do you think of the overall value of this Omega Seamaster 300? And what do you think of this watch compared to other luxury dive watches? Also, don't forget to visit my website, wristwatchpassion.net, and see the full review if you want all details, lume shots and stuff like that, and close-up pictures of this watch. You can find the link down in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye.